I'm coming to SA in August, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
let me
So
know. We'll
let's meet up.
definitely meet.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, we're gonna start, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Good evening, guys. This is Leo here, CEO and founder of Lee Educations, and welcome to another podcast of mine. And in today's podcast, I have here with me Mr. Tasmiah. Tasmiah is one of our students from our job coaching program and have done me and everyone else proud. So I'm bringing her today on the show to share with you about her journey with our program, what has she learned, and then what was the outcome towards the end of the program, and also hopefully her stories can inspire you guys to do the same and not giving up on finding professional jobs. Tasmiah, first of all, thank you for joining us today, Tasmiah.
You're welcome. And I'm really glad that I could actually come to speak about my journey.
Okay, great. Now, Tasmiah, before we start, for those who do not know about you, can just in maybe 4 or 5 sentences quickly introduce about yourself. Who are you? Where are you right now, and all that?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Tasmiah. I'm originally from Bangladesh. I finished my bachelor over there in electrical engineering. Then I came here in Australia in 2017. I used to live in Sydney. I completed my master in electrical engineering from the University of Sydney. And I graduated last year. And after that, I realized that I don't think it will be wise for me to stay in Sydney to pursue for PR. That's why I just moved to Adelaide this year, at the beginning of this year. And I started looking for a job over here. And I started to work for a call center. So it was with Telstra. But then I realized that, okay, if I get too much busy with that thing, I might lose my track in finding my professional job as an electrical engineering. And in the meantime, I also got to learn about Leo's program, and I spoke to him. I joined his program. Yeah, so I left.
When was that actually, Tasmiah? When did you join our program? Which month was that?
Well, I joined your program in in March.
March.
Yeah, in March. Yeah, so I started the program in March. And yeah,
Not that far away, huh? Just in March, just recently.
Yeah.
Now, before we go into too much details, Tasmiah, because there's a lot of things that I'm very curious to ask you. First of all, when you say you moved from Sydney to South Australia, was it a hard decision for you at that time, or was it quite an easy move for you?
Well, definitely it was a very hard decision because I lived in Sydney for 3.5 years, and I got really used to the place. I made friends over there, so I had to leave everything. And coming here, I didn't know anything about this place, and there is always a financial risk. And I came here not for education. So when you come for education, you already know that you are going to make new friends in your uni. But yeah, it was a quite difficult decision. And so me and my husband, we live together. So definitely it was a decision for both of us to make.
Okay.
So yeah.
Good. And I'm glad. And I guess now you guys are very happy with that decisions, right?
Yeah. So it was tough, but we had to take it.
Okay. Now, so let's say before you met us, and now, and what makes you first of all decide to join our program? For those who may be thinking about joining our job coaching program, at that time, what makes you wanted to join our program and trust us to help you with the job process?
Well, firstly, I'd say I got really depressed and frustrated because my result was quite good, but I was not getting any response from any of the employers even after applying, and it actually lowered my self-esteem very much, and I started to lose confidence in myself. So so I was literally at the age of the line, and I was thinking, okay, I can never get a job over here as an
You mean
electrical
professionally?
engineer. Yeah,
Professionally.
professional. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when I actually saw the advertise of Leola Education, and one of my friends also she also joined the program. We joined there together. So I called Leo, I spoke to him, and he actually pointed out some of the mistakes that I was doing in the applications, and that seemed really reasonable to me. And so I basically needed a mentor to guide myself to, like, and also it's not only about the job applications. I also needed someone to guide me to get away from those mental burdens. So yeah, so
Elaborate
that's
on the mental burdens. Elaborate on that. That's interesting.
yeah. So well, I got really depressed, to be honest,
How many
because
jobs do you think you've been trying?
I
You've been
I
applying?
wouldn't say that I applied many job. I applied for many jobs, but I'd say maybe 30 to 40. Yeah, I know people apply for more, but yeah, it was quite a lot for me. And yeah, there were no responses, to be honest. And
What do they
I
usually say to you, Tasmia, at that time? Like, what do the employers usually reply you when you apply for them?
most of them don't reply.
That's worst part, right? Is
Yeah,
that they don't even
yeah,
reply.
they don't even reply. And most of them like, okay, we have got a lot of responses, and we have found someone better suited.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so that's the thing. And also in the journey, so I was also confused whether I'm gonna go to find a job, or whether I'm gonna go for a higher study. So that's why, like, I was losing track every now and then.
Okay, okay. So it was, and I think what went through your mind, it's not just for you. A lot of students also have the same experience.
Yeah.
And I think it's good that you point that out, because sometimes we do not face the truth. We do not face the demon, right? That we feel depressed, that we feel sad when the employer reject us, and there's no one to talk to really.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
Sometimes
true. Yeah,
it's just you, and I mean you can't really tell to anybody. So now let's talk about the program itself. What do you think are some of the maybe top three things? I know you learn a lot from the program, but what are the top three things that have completely changed your whole mindset after you learn about our job coaching program?
Yeah, so there are actually quite a lot of things that I've learned from Leo, but the top the top three things will be, the first thing will be making cold calls. So yeah, that's actually what helped me to get the job. And so this is quite important. I have never done that before, and that's what actually will set you apart from many other applicants. So maybe you won't get all positive responses all the time, but you only need one job. So
That's it.
yeah, so but there were quite a few positive responses in the way. So yeah, that actually made a difference. And
Now, did you cold call the employers before joining our program?
no, never.
Okay.
I really never. And so and I used to be a bit shy person, to be honest. I mean,
Okay.
like, you're going ahead with like, if the conversation starts, I'm there, but I'm not that good at starting a conversation. So it was not quite my thing. But yeah,
And
Leo just
why do you think you feel more confident to call after joining our program? Like, what makes you feel more confident knowing what to say to the employers?
because before that, I was not ready on what should I speak about, how should I present myself.
Mm.
But in the program, I got to learn how to systematically present myself. I learned some presentation skills. I got some scripts that at the beginning, I would read the script and speak to someone, but later on, I didn't even need the script. Like whenever I'm calling, I
Mm.
could, it was spontaneous. So
Mm.
I needed something, a structure and a way of communication. So that's what I got from the program.
Yes, yes. So I hope you still remember the structure,
Yeah,
yeah?
yes, yes.
Greeting, qualifying, right? Magic
Yeah.
questions. And it's so important that you know what to say, isn't it? Because it makes it so much easier.
Yeah, definitely.
Because otherwise you're just all over the place, and then you become more panic
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
talk to
that's
the
true.
employer.
Yeah.
So now tell me, how do you apply this cold call? Like, how do you call the employers? Like, and how did that work out for you? Just so that everyone knows.
Okay, so let me just give the example of the
Mm.
job I have just got. So it was an advertised job in Seek, and I actually at first I called the company and I told them, okay, I have seen the job advertisement, and there is something uh, I would like to learn more about it, and also I have previously applied through Seek, but mostly the application did not go through. So, so yeah, is it possible that I get an email address where I can
Yeah.
send my resume and all?
Mm.
So it was the admin who received the call, and
Mm.
she told me, okay, she gave me the email address, and she told me, well, right now they don't have the someone who is in authority of hiring, so she will come back to me, and in the meantime she encouraged me to send the CV to her. So I sent her the CV. I also applied through Seek, and the next maybe after 2 to 3 days I called her back that,
Which is
well,
follow
yeah,
up.
yeah, I thought to follow up, that have
Yeah.
you received my email, what do you think about my application, and can I speak to someone else who will be hiring. And she told me, okay, the person is really busy right now, but let me just keep your number. I will tell them to call you back. And in that particular evening, I got a call from one of
Mm.
the directors, and
So you left her a message, right? You
yeah,
left the phone
I
number.
phone number and my name.
Mm.
So I got the call, I received it, and then he introduced me himself, and he asked about myself. So what I do, what is my expectations, and so it was a sort of a short interview over the call, and then he asked me whether I will be able to come for an informal interview. So I said, yeah, definitely, I'm willing
Okay.
to come. And then I went for the interview. There were
Which is the
two,
next day, yeah?
yeah, you're right, just the
That's
next day.
yeah, yeah.
And the interview went well. So after that, they asked me whether to come and have a look at the office, how the work is going, whether I like it or not. So the job environment. So I went there for 2 days, and I let them know that, yeah, I'm really excited to work over there.
Mm.
And then they sent me a project. So something similar to their work, and they told me to find the solution of that particular project, and uh, i I solved that, and I sent them back, and yeah, they quite liked it, and they let me know that, okay, we are willing to offer you a job, and yeah, I will be joining the next week, hopefully.
Fantastic. Oh, wow, amazing, right? So again, I think that's me. You make it sound too easy to be true, right? I mean, there's a lot more than that, but you
Yeah.
make it sound very easy for the audience here. So cold calling is so important. Is there anything else you learn other than cold call from our program? that really
Uh,
awakened your mind? Like, oh wow, I didn't know
mhm.
that.
Well, well, I actually knew something about it,
Mm,
but I really find it very important because I have seen people and my other friends to make that mistake a lot. That is about the CV and cover letter, because we tend to use the same CV and cover letter for every other job application, and it's not quite a good thing. So we
mm.
have to actually tailor it depending on the job advertisement every now and then.
Yes, and it must look differently, right, for every jobs.
For every jobs, yes. And here in the program, Leo also guides how to do that, how to like where to look for it, in which parts we need to change the CV, in which parts we need to change the cover letter. So
Mm,
it was
mm.
very helpful. And another thing is definitely, even though the job I got, it's an advertised job, but it is I believe I actually had no idea about the how to access to the unadvertised jobs.
Mm. Yes,
So
tell us about
that
that.
yeah, so
That's
that is
interesting.
what I believe is very important about
Mm.
about the program, like how you should access to the unadvertised jobs and how you can grab something from there.
Do you can you tell her? Can you tell the audience about that? What's the name of the company? In the beginning, where
Oh,
I tell
Lucy,
you to
yeah,
apply.
yeah. So there was another company, actually, Leo made a cold call over there on behalf of me, and so there were no advertise in any of the platforms, but they were hiring internally, and so Leo told me that okay, they will be hiring. You just go and contact with them. The next day, I called them, and so it was also a cold call, and I asked them, okay, so what are you looking for? What
Come on.
sort of position is that? And things like that. And I took notes of everything, and
Mm.
I tailored my CV like that. I also made what do you call it? Okay, so a different folder with a portfolio of myself.
Yes.
And so yeah, so I sent everything to them, and then I followed up. um, I also spoke to one of the engineer employers of their company, and
Mm.
I went out for a coffee with her. So yeah, that journey was also quite good, but unfortunately I haven't heard anything from them later on. So the last conversation was they told me that they will be looking at the start the process from the end of May. But in the meantime, I also got more focused with this particular job, and
Mm. Mm.
yeah,
And it come first, so why not, right?
yeah,
And I think the last time you told me that, and you told me that you feel very confident because even if you don't get this job, the
mhm,
technique that you learned, for sure you will get a job somewhere else because now
yes,
you took things in your control now.
yeah,
You
that's
don't
true.
have to wait for things to come to you. You come to things.
Yeah,
You come to opportunities.
yeah,
So how
definitely.
important it is for you to proactively go to the opportunities and not passively waiting for the opportunity to come to you. Can you tell us about it? How
Yeah.
important it
Well, it's actually very important because I was really frustrated. I was very frustrated, and I started to become really anxious. And at that time, so I needed to learn a process on how I can acquire that. Um, I I I was realizing that I'm definitely making some mistakes, but what were the mistakes and how to, like, cover it up?
Mm,
That's what I did not know, but now I have got to learn that. And there's a very important thing that actually boosted up my confidence is that I used to think that I don't have enough experience, I'm not enough knowledgeable. But while applying, I just realized that okay, it's not about ourselves. We definitely we don't have 5 years of experience,
Mm-hmm.
but we 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 have enough knowledge to start for a graduate role or a junior role. It's just they are not giving us the position. That's it, and we have to earn that somehow. So it's not about our expertise, it's not about our knowledge, it's just a system. There are some gaps and we need to just cover it up from our
Yes,
side.
because I think that's what a lot of people are thinking right now. That's stopping them from looking for a job. Is they say, "Oh, I have no experience, so
Yeah.
because I have no experience, so nobody is going to hire me, and because nobody is going to hire me, so I don't have experience, right?" So that cycle we talked about that before.
Yeah.
But obviously, you as a first-hand experience, you know that a lot of the roles, yes, many they do require experience, but many is that if they like you, if they think you can do the job, they will give it to you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not always about experience, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
And obviously, as we do a lot of cold call, you have heard we ask a lot about the
Yeah.
experience part, and some of the employers say it's okay if you don't have experience. We're just looking for someone who can learn, can do what they teach them.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
we talk about what you learn about cold call. You talk about the importance of follow up, and then the mindset things that was shifted for you. Now, a lot of the I would like to ask a bit more about the discouragement now, because I think a lot of uh, uh, students just like you, they try to apply for jobs and they got discouraged and then they kind of stop and they feel like giving up. So what do you think are some of the things that you have done to maybe boost your morale, boost your self-confidence during that hard time? Because everybody is going to get a lot of no. So what have you done during that time to pick yourself?
Well, it's actually very depressing when you hear an objection. It's not easy to digest, but
What are some
you
things that
just
you
you
have heard,
just
like
have to
some of the most
push
common?
yourself. Yeah.
So tell me, what are some of the most common objection you have heard over and over again?
Well, we are not hiring at this moment. We will get back to you soon. Yeah, in the next 6 months or 1 year, we are not planning to hire any electrical engineer.
Yes.
Uh, well, we are looking for someone who has residency over here. Um, so yeah, these are some of the most common things.
Yes.
Uh,
Now, now, during the program, I
mhm.
do guide you guys on how to tackle that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
do you
yeah.
think that by knowing those answers to those sort of
Objections. Yeah.
objections, would that help you in any way by
Yeah.
knowing how to respond to that?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, I believe that helps a lot because um, it shows that okay, so even there's a problem or there's something it's actually help you to present yourself that okay, it's not something that will stop me from going ahead. And also, yeah, so and also the answers may help the employer to change their mind.
Mm.
So yes, so it may or may not, it doesn't matter, but if it does, it's great, right? And also, like, while answering, you don't lose your confidence. You feel like okay, so this is something uh this objection can be, like it can be solved, maybe not for this company, maybe for some other company. So someone will, like the solution that you are
Yes.
providing.
Yes, and not just straight away giving up, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what happens to people is when the employers say, "Oh, we only hire permanent resident," and they don't have PR yet,
Yeah.
and then they're like, "Oh, maybe that's not for me,"
Yeah.
right? Do you agree that people give up too easily?
Yeah,
They give
because
up too easily.
like before joining the program, um I wasn't even applying to the job advertisers that used to had the line that peer
Ah,
and citizens are preferable. So
yes.
yeah,
So that's a big change, huh?
yeah, that's definitely a very big change.
Definitely. So, for those of you who are watching this, maybe just to give of your a background knowledge is what I was just telling Tasmia just now is what we teach in our program is how to overcome the objections. So, objection is something like this: you don't have PR, you are not a resident yet, you don't have enough experience. We'll get back to you. We'll let you know.
Mhm.
So, a lot of the times, people like and graduates they don't know how to tackle this, and more of the time they just giving up. But as Tasmania said, we give her a systemic way to answer the employers whenever they throw an objections. So, Tasmania, just probably the last two questions here is for those people who are still a bit confused whether they should or should not join this program. What would be the 3 or 4 or 5 things you would say to them to give them a bit of encouragement,
Okay.
a leap of faith?
Yeah. Well, after joining the program, what I actually realized that, yeah, I wish I could join the program earlier. So that was the first thing that came into my mind. Uh,
Why is that, Tasmia? Why do you think it's probably better if you can do it a bit sooner? Why do you think?
because I spend a lot of time procrastinating, staying depressed, staying frustrated, and losing my confidence day by day down. So yeah, that's what. And definitely, like, maybe I would have got a job opportunity a lot earlier if I joined the
Mm,
program earlier, because there are actually it's quite difficult for us international students to get a job over here. It's definitely not easy at all. But we need to learn the correct process, and that's what the job coaching program is all about. So you have to do a lot of hard work, and the job searching program is not quite easy. You have to give a lot of time, um, and you have to be really patient with everything. You have to uh, like, keep yourself up, uh, but this thing, comes in a process. So
mm,
that is why, like, how you should hold yourself up, how you should spend the time, those techniques, we don't get to learn from the unis or from our friends. Actually, at least I did not learn that from
yes, yes.
anywhere else. So yeah, for those reasons, it is really important, because we have to go there a bit differently, because the field is different for us compared to the residents. Com-
Yes, that's exactly right. Because as you said, because we are not from here, you are not born here.
Mhm.
So if we just apply the way like the local people apply, the chance of getting a job is too small.
Yeah,
And you even mentioned the job that you got. There was a lot of applicants, right? For
yeah,
that one.
there were
How
there
many people
were
were there? Roughly how many
so
were?
they told me there were about 140 to 150 applicants.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then how many people got into the interviews?
um I don't know how many people got into the interview. They didn't actually tell me the number, but they have hired two of us.
Mm, okay. Which is you, and obviously. Is that other person also a migrant as well, or he's here alone?
Well, I haven't got the chance to meet that
Okay.
person yet.
That's
So yeah,
exciting.
after joining, I will meet.
Great. That's fantastic. So we I think a lot of people got the idea now what the program is. So is there anything else you have learned from the program, or maybe you want to highlight so to people so they get a better understanding what they're going to get involved in from the program other than cocoa?
Okay,
What
yeah.
else you are teaching the program that you
Okay,
think
so
is important?
yeah, so cold call is definitely one part of the program, but there are also a lot of it. Firstly, how you should introduce yourself, with someone completely new, how you should build your network, how you should like, because sometimes we just close the connection with our uh, previous previous colleagues or professors or or in fact friends. So how to like build that connection again, and how to make your LinkedIn profile uh, organized, and how you should email or message people. Then definitely building new connections. After that, how you should apply to the jobs, what to do after seeing a job advertisement, how to make your CV, your cover letter, and after that, how to approach to the jobs that are not advertised. That is also a very important thing to learn over here. And then how to handle objections. That's quite important, I believe. So that's pretty much what, and there are also a lot of things, a lot of small stuff. Those are quite important while applying, and you will definitely get to learn all of this. So yeah, that pretty much sums up the whole program.
Yes, you know what, Tasmia, and another thing I like is that you actually in the beginning you did not make it to a lot of the class because you were working and you were busy. Actually, I
Yeah.
think the program is about 8 weeks. I think I only see you 4 times or something like that, or even
Yeah.
less than that.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
so everyone needs to be aware that for Tasmia, what happened is she was so busy. She was working in Telstra, but she was so committed to stop that job, to put her effort into this professional job hunting. And I see a lot of people don't dare to do that, Tasmia, because they're so comfortable with whatever they're doing that they don't want to put the time in on this job hunting. Why did you were so committed at that time? Like not everyone was willing to sacrifice
Yeah,
a
it's
job
actually
position.
quite a big decision, because here most of us, we are on our own, and it's also a huge financial risk. That's I think that is the main thing that stops us from giving up our current job. But what I felt, that I was getting extremely comfortable there. I was getting comfortable with the money, and but I felt, okay, the reason I switched my city is that I have to go ahead for PR, and the job I was doing was not related to my education, and it, I was quite passionate about electrical engineering. So I was not in a plan of switching my field. So yeah, so that's why I felt like every day after coming back from office, um, I was not that much active that I would come back after an 8-hour shift and straight away go for the job hunting. I'm not that active. Some people can do that, but it's not me. So but I was like, I was I started getting really scared that, okay, I'm losing my time, I'm just wasting my time, I'm lagging behind, I cannot do it anymore. So then I was like, I spoke to my parents, like, okay, I might need some financial support from you. um I saved a little bit money to go for 1 or 2 more months, and then I left the job, and I just focused on this thing, the job hunting. And
And I think
fortunately,
that's when things really work out for you, isn't it, Tasmia?
yes,
Is when
definitely.
you are committed. And this is what I always tell my clients is you only committed when you spend time, you spend money, and you spend energy.
Yes.
If you don't spend any of those three things, that means you're not committed. A lot of people say they want to have a job,
Yeah.
but they don't really commit it. Right? They just say they want it,
Yeah.
but they don't really want to do what it takes.
Yeah.
Now, you raised a very good point just now about you are very passionate about your field and you just don't want to switch. You don't want to switch field. But I've seen a lot of migrants or international students. They tend to switch from one field to another too quick,
Hmm. Yeah.
because their agencies say, "Oh, why do you study electrical engineer, or why do you study that difficult things? Why don't
Hmm.
you just work as a nurse
Yeah.
or do
In
something
fact,
that
in fact,
easier for?"
I heard that a lot of time because back in Sydney, after finishing my master's program, I went to an agency
Mm.
and I asked them, okay, so what are my peer pathways? And they told me that you should start studying nursing.
Exactly.
And yeah,
Right.
so I actually, I, def I definitely nursing is a very good profession, but I never liked biology. And suddenly I'm definitely not willing to switch my field. I have spent a lot of years studying uh, electric engineering. I haven't got the opportunity to work on it practically. So even if I switch the field, I will do it maybe 5 to 6 years later when when I will start disliking the field I'm currently in, but not
Mm-hmm.
before that. So switching field is not a bad thing. Like if you are not happy with your current education, you are always, because there are a lot of opportunities over here compared to back in Bangladesh, I'd say, and many other countries. But if you don't dislike your field, don't switch it just because somebody else just told you. Try to find something, um, uh, because there is definitely a way to. You just don't know how. That's it.
Yes. And I think, do you like one of the reasons people switch fields so easily because they cannot find the jobs in
Yes.
that field. So
Yes.
they might
Yes.
think, oh, this is not for me,
Yeah.
right? But then there's no guarantee that if they go for nurse,
Mhm.
the same thing
They
will
will
not happen.
get a job. Yeah.
There's no guarantee they will get
Yeah.
a job, right?
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I think a lot of people they give up too soon and they try a few jobs, they can't make it, and then they're
Mhm.
giving up.
Yeah.
But for you, you do not know how to find the job. So you
Yeah.
said,
Because the thing is that I think we spend too much time looking for PR pathways rather than building our careers.
that's so good. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So because um, actually so many people, even when I was coming here to South Australia, so many people told me to go for another master's. But what I told them, okay, I my tier my 485 visa has just started, and I will not get this opportunity to do the job hunt ever again. If I don't get my peer in next 2 years, I will have to go for a student visa. There is no other options for me. Maybe, yeah. But before that, in these 2 years, I have to give my 100% to try to find something. I cannot just waste it on some other job that's not related to my field. So
Wow.
that's what was in my mind. I did not want to waste the my 485 visa on something else, on education or on whatever. Yeah.
And that's exactly what I tell all my students as well. I say, you don't have to study more.
Yeah.
If you don't want to, you just need to find jobs. And sometimes I think this agency, they give them these ideas that you just have to study until you become what, you know?
Yeah.
That's I think that's the idea that all these agencies are trying to put inside your guys' mind that you got to do nursing, just study another master, doing another PhD.
Yeah.
And how important do you think job has to do with PR these days? Like how connected is the job
I
and
think
permanent resident?
I think it's extremely important because it doesn't matter whether it's 189, 190, or 491, whatever it is, they all of them require job experience.
Yes.
So yeah, so you have to, so depending on the state you are in, depending on profession you are in, the timeline differs quite a bit. But like for 189, the point has gone really up. And for that, that 5 points is really important that you get from doing 1 year of job. Or also for 491, because most of the states has the condition that you have to do something in your in field. You have to get a job in your occupation.
Exactly. And I think you are the example of that. You are the example of someone who's very committed. I remember those times when I was doing open the class and I couldn't see you. And then I was asking where you are, and you said you just back from work. You got to look for the house and everything. And then later on you say, Leo, can you tell me where's the recordings of the class? And then you start watching it again, which is amazing. Now, Tasmia, probably the last one question is right here. Obviously, you are not the only student who done electrical engineering, right? There are many, maybe in your batch. There may be, maybe hundreds. I don't know, maybe. So what are the 3 things, Tasmia, that you think you have done right that enable you to be where you are today? Whereas maybe some of your friends are still struggling, working in Coles, working in Woolies, driving taxi, driving Uber, working as a cleaner. You know what I mean, right? There's a lot of people.
Definitely,
What are the 3 things or the 3 best decisions you have made that allows you to sit here today and have a conversation with us like this? 3 best things you've done.
Firstly, I would say I did not get carried away in some other profession. So that's one thing.
You mean odd jobs, you mean? When you say
yeah, well, actually the odd job, I was not being able to do the odd jobs because I have some physical bindings. Yeah, I had an accident before. Yeah, for that reason, maybe if I did not have that problem, I would have ended up working like putting loads and stuff.
I got you.
Yeah, so
it's a blessing in disguise. Huh? Now you're looking back. It's a blessing in disguise, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, I have had a really hard time. But so that's the thing. You actually, so it doesn't matter whether you are doing an odd job right now or not. Like, it's good that you are financially independent, but at some point you have to realize why you have come here in Australia. What was your main goal? So just get yourself back maybe 2 or 3 years and see what was your career goal looked like and how you wanted to see yourself. So it actually helped me a lot. Like it helped me. Like I was like, okay, you were not someone like this. You were really active. You were doing so many stuff, and you also studied quite hard to come to this point. Then why are you giving up now just because some companies are neglecting you? So yeah, they might discourage you, but you will. So the starting is hard, but hopefully we all will go there what we dreamt of.
So the first thing you said is you do not get carried away with the other professions, right? Is there any other 2 decisions that you make that is sound like a turning point for you to become where you are today? Because I can guarantee you there's a lot of people still stuck.
Yeah.
Still stuck as we're doing this. So what are the other 2
so
things you've done?
yeah, the other thing was what I'd say applying for the jobs differently. So that's the thing. And yeah, so actually what helped me the most, I'd say, this program. So joining this program actually turned everything for me.
It's a turning point, right?
Yes,
It's helping
definitely.
you a lot.
Yeah.
I'm glad, Tasmia, that this has helped you, and I know that you can use the skills that I teach, not just for jobs in the future, because you already got one, but really to communicate
Yeah.
effectively.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the
definitely.
day, it's about communications. You agree with me? It's all
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
communication. Really,
Yeah.
what I teach, I should call my program the communication program, right?
Yes.
Because it's really just about
It's
communication.
about communication. Yes, definitely.
So I'm sure you can find this helpful in your life. You can find it helpful in your work when you engage with other stakeholders,
Yeah.
because sometimes you got to qualify them, right? You got to learn how
Yeah.
to qualify. You got to do
Exactly.
magic questions.
Yeah.
Same thing. I'm guarantee you, you'll be like, oh my
Yeah,
God,
it has
Leo.
like this program has definitely developed my communication skill as well. Like I now I know how to make small talks. I don't get too nervous speaking to someone new.
Yes, yes, exactly. And so I think that you can use this knowledge, long way to go. And I'm glad that this has taken you in a different line right now, because I know some people, because they don't know these informations, they have settled for, very odd jobs, which is, like you said, they're not here to do that. They came here because the original goal was to work as an engineer,
Mhm.
is to work as a doctor, to work as an IT business analyst, and so on. So thank you so much for today, Tasmia. Any last advice you have for people who are struggling right now and they feel like giving up? Actually, before I call you, someone I know, that she was about to give up on this whole job thing.
Yeah.
So what would you say to people who is about to give up? What do you have any words for those guys watching?
Oh, well, um, I also felt like giving up many, many times. M- And you just, like you just have to take some deep breaths and think that definitely there is something for everyone. It's just we are not going through the correct path. It's quite difficult for us because even in the countries we were born, if some foreigner comes over there, it won't be easy for that person to yeah to learn the culture, to get a job, or get away with the people us. So it's the same thing for us as well. It will be difficult, but you have to be patient and you have to be hardworking. So
Mm,
that's the thing, and you should know when to stop. You definitely should know when to stop. If you think that um, you are not getting enough time, then maybe instead of working full time, start working part time, and put some time for the job hunting. uh, Work on your skills, try new stuff, and try to boost up your confidence, because what actually I'd say, it's not the lack of knowledge that's stopping us. It's actually the lack of what do I say? So it's actually we're not trying enough. That's what's
mm.
stopping us.
Wow. Thank you so much for today, Tasmia, and
Thank
I
you
wish
so
you
much, Leo.
nothing but the best. I'm very glad that you have carried out the information that we provided, and I've seen you are all in. I can see, and that's the same thing that I've seen in people, whether it's in engineering or in business analyst. I got clients from as a business analyst. He got a job after he worked less hours from Woolies.
Mhm.
So and some I got clients who got job after they quit their current job. So there's always an opportunity cost. So
Yeah.
you cannot try to get everything at the same time. You have to
Mhm.
sacrifice something, and you embody that. You committed. I can see you give your shot, and I'm very happy. So stay in touch, Tasmia. Keep
Yeah,
inspiring people,
definitely.
and please tell more people about our program and how it has changed lives, because it has changed many people's lives.
Yeah.
I say lives because again, it's not just about jobs,
Yes.
because you can use this in your life as well, right?
Yeah.
So thank you
And
for
it's also
joining
very
us.
good for your mental health, trust me.
Exactly. If you're depressed, maybe go to the counselor, Leo, right? Maybe.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's actually helped my mental health a lot. I mean, like, I'm definitely happy about the job I have got. I'm really excited, but deep inside, what I'm really happy about after finishing the program is that um, even in the middle of the program, I could realize that my mental health is getting better. I was really depressed. So yeah, and it actually happens to so many people around us. Yeah, Leo is definitely a very good counselor.
Maybe I should change my career and become a counselor. But I'm glad I help, because at the end of the day, Tasmia, my legacy is helping people like you, because it's not going to be how much I make. It's about how many people I can help. So you can continue my legacy. So thank you for your time, and I wish we stay in touch
Yeah,
and
definitely.
tell people about what we do, and hopefully I can help more people that you know. Okay.
Yeah.
You take care. Thank you,
Yeah,
Tasmia. Be
you
safe.
too. Bye bye.
Bye 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 bye.